And we have Dravidians as Malians. Yep, makes sense. Neither player is doing mill first. We're starting with our sheep under the TC. Playing at playing on the safe side. I guess the question is which player is gonna go which, if any, player is gonna go for the uh big heavy drush play before they go for the mill? Or are they both gonna try to do your standard, 90 pop man at arms sort of play? Okay. Actually, Panda's kind of doing mill first. Like, he's doing mill before lumber camp, but he still started off with um TC food to begin with. On the other side, though, Scarabanga had started with a lumber camp, only 2 villas on wood, so we're probably not going to be opening with a barracks. I would guess that means we're just gonna go for a mill and then go up to feudal. Do men at arms maybe? We're trying to push some deer in, getting an out second boar. Panda's taking the wood. I mean, I guess in theory, Panda could just skip lumber camp with Dravidians, build a barracks as a second up building, and then build a lumber camp only when he hits feudal age. Thanks to the Dravidian wood bonus. But that does seem kind of a copium play in my mind. But it's the sort of thing that Panda would do. We're doing Loom at 18 pop already. Oh, that is unfortunate. Oh, Ronnie, thank you for the prime. Why are you building a house in front of the barracks? Just make it as difficult as possible to get your army out. That doesn't make any sense. Come on, Panda. Like, at least build it over here and, kind of wall off your shorefish. Scarabanga actually is going for the Dark Age Militia. He has 3 militia out on the field. They're just now showing up in Panda's shorefish. Yeah, Panda quickly do the walls. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Tap, 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 tap. Very nice. I think Scarab thought he was up. Ooh. But made a militia first and then couldn't afford. That's a bit of a oopsie. Well, he kind of should be forcing a fight right now, I think. Before the man-at-arm upgrade comes in. Oh, I guess now it's too late. Now he just has to bail, run back, wait until he gets his own man-at-arms, but I'm not sure if he's gonna... I guess he's walled in his berries. Oh, no, Panda, you're patrolling back. Panda's straight away switching into a range. We're not even considering mana production, even though we have a ton of food in the bank. Not a fan of that. I feel like you do want to be using the food eco, right? Like, you've got all these villages on shorefish. Oh, that's just a bad fight. You're behind in numbers to begin with. Oh, almost 2 minutes of idle time. We have the food to make bills. The gold's a little bit distracting. We do have a ton of wood in the bank, which is a bit difficult to spend. We are actually making farms, which is not ideal at this early stage of the game. Oh, well, I say that, and then Panda immediately drops some farms as well, so... I guess the Malian man-at-arms are going to be kind of annoying to deal with archers. Since they do have the extra pierce armor. Let's just slow down. But the archers do provide the ability to, shoot over the walls, prevent these villagers from taking the shellfish, force them away. Scarabanga is adding his own range, but I think it might... Oh, I'm doing horse color as well. We just don't have enough army out on the field right now. Panda, why do we have double layer farms when... He could have towered the fish too. I guess he had the space here, if he wanted to, between the mill and the house. If he desperately wants to keep it safe. Oh, quick tap. No. Nope, maybe. Yeah, things are not looking good for Skyrim, but realistically, we've got a 400 elo difference here. We shouldn't be too surprised. All my homies hate farms, 100%. Farms are the devil's food. Pan's got his army on the down ground. That's a bit of an oops. Yeah, we're 7 mils ahead. We're 800 res ahead. Oh, we're just gonna die fast, are we? I mean, if Scarabanga's paying attention, it's not that hard to wall this off, right? There's 1 palisade, 2 palisades, and he's safe. Instead, we're taking the fight. We're gonna lose at least a villager or 2. And more idle time while this is going on. The Eco KD is actually, like, not that crazy for Panda, to be fair. He's only killed 3 vills, but Scarabanga's idle time is the real eco killer at this point. You don't win friends with salad. I mean, maybe if they're vegetarians, they might appreciate a salad. I hate this farm as well. Why have we started with that farm instead of this one? Or this one? I must say that they're better farms than Noz, right? We don't have Noz farms, we just have Panda farms, I guess we'll say. The auto farms? Why would an auto farm default to that one there instead of these 2, which are significantly closer? I'd be very unhappy if it tried to auto farm there. Oh, it looks like we're going to get another Vil kill. If Panda doesn't win by eating TC with Feudal Man-at-Arms, I think give him an admin loss. I mean, I'm not an admin. I can't make that decision. But I wouldn't mind seeing big Feudal Man-at-Arm plays. But it does look like Panda's just trying to go to Castle Age. Maybe he wants to eat the TC with longswords instead. Poaching coming in, but really, Panda just needs to chill for 2 minutes. Yeah. Make some more army, and then just kill with the Castle Age time. Oh, Arson coming in, let's go! Oh, got a village outside the walls. Potential pick-off right there. Nope, Panda's thinking about it, he's thinking about it, he goes for it. And she's down. And the Man-at-Arms also managed to get away. Gold mining as well. Tanner is also almost fully walled. Imagine if these 2 houses and the blacks were also part of the wall, he'd be walled that much faster. But I don't think walling himself should really be a priority at this point. Like, he has all the map control in the world. He knows where most of Scarabanga's army is, right? Like, he's seen enough of what's going on that he probably has an idea that he probably doesn't have more than 10 maybe 15 range units on the field. So when you see 10 of them are chasing your army, you assume that's the vast majority of the units that you have. Yeah, Castle Age, are we seeing a GG? Gambesons, Longswords, +2, and Wheelbarrow. Scarabanga's trying to abuse the market to get himself up to Castle Age now, but I don't think it's going to make a difference. I guess, like, it's probably still difficult to get onto the TC. Like, I don't think 13 Longswords is going to be enough. It's definitely enough to kill the army, but I don't know if they'll kill a TC yet. Especially if we don't have +2 army yet. Oh, and Panda's got 900 wood in the bank. Sick. Probably just, like, take half the wood line and build another mill. Or come forwards and build another barracks. Would be the other option. Nope. We've just spent a bunch of wood. Oh, no, we're just trying to drop TCs instead. I guess that works too. Oh, and the longswords are just marching into the wood line. More villies are going down. At this point, we are very much just waiting for the inevitable end. We don't even have enough wood for a lumber camp. I guess we could cancel this house foundation. We could afford a lumber camp, but then this lumber camp is not going to be safe. Still just diving under the TC with longswords. I've got squires as well now. The only upgrade we're missing for fully upgraded is the +2 attack. This lumber camp. I mean, this lumber camp, I was saying, if he wants to build a lumber camp, he could build a lumber camp here. Can't fault Scarabanga for trying. Yes, but there's also a point where when you have half your opponent's score, it's probably over. Ah, we're just waiting for Castle Age. Fair enough. Is a loss for the Malians and a win for the Druidians. Let's get out of the game. We're not starting soon anymore. And we are going to go into Arabia next. I reckon Panda lands on islands. I mean, I wouldn't put it past him. But, you know, Panda could have been practicing with Pete, potentially. And getting in the island reps. Get his boating build all sorted out. What pot are both the lads from? Panda is pot 1. And I think Scarabanga is the bottom seed, bottom player in the group. Let's slow down. Now we've got Scarabanga up in the top, north of the map, playing in the Portuguese. We're not going for mill first. We're going lumber camp first. Okay. Alright, I don't think it's necessarily a mistake. You don't have to... what's the word? You don't have to go mill first, but I did quite like doing it. Especially if you're not really planning on doing a drush plan. If you want to do drush, then it's probably a little bit weaker, because you're not going to have the wood fast enough to get a barracks up. On the other side, though, we have Panda here playing as the Huns. The age-old classic. And this map is actually pretty nice, I must say. 2 golds in the back. Pretty chill wall over this way. And on the right-hand side as well, as long as he scouts this wood line and the cliff at the bottom. The back of his base is very safe. The only thing he really has to worry about is for the berries. Scarabanga, though, I mean, in theory, there is this gold at the back that's relatively safe, but the main gold is real nasty out in the front here. Like, we could potentially see a wall off, wood line to the edge, and these 2 wood lines together, and then go across the front, and we still just ignore the main gold until Castle Age. Very nice. Not laming our own boars here. We're god gamers. And it's still scouting over there with Buffalo. And I think I will just speed up a little bit because we are in the Dark Age. And we are some unknown game time behind. I'll just skip ahead until the fun starts. Panda has 4 on wood though as Huns, which is a little bit interesting. Maybe indicating that he wants to do man-at-arms. Panda almost losing a villager there as well. But nice save at the end. Loom coming in. 19 pop. 19 pop as well for Scarabanga. But Scarabanga does have a little bit of idle time. But he makes back some of that time as well by the faster technologies. Portuguese bonus, which is pretty nice. Saves themselves 5 or 6 seconds, I think, on Loom. We do have the very early barracks from Panda, so possibly doing man-at-arms, possibly could still be scouts. It could go either way. We're not on gold yet, so it definitely feels more like a scout play at this stage. Well, I'm not a huge fan of this barracks position. Really, I'd like it to be at least 1 tile further away so that you have the option of farming around the mill. But, oh, and I also don't like that stable either. Also, that should be 1 tile up and then a couple palisades around the back there. But that's very much a personal quirk. I find most people don't like farming around the mills, so, you know, whatever. And it does seem like Scarabanga is just going to wall out their gold. Have we scouted the gold at the back? We have seen the gold at the back. Ooh. Ooh, that's unfortunate. We just missed this wood line on the right-hand side, which could have been an option to wall. Instead, I guess we're going to kind of just circle wall ourselves and hope that we don't have archers hitting our gold on the front there. We have spearmen from both sides. Panda coming all the way forward to the spearmen. Scout numbers, though, we do have a little bit of an advantage right here for Panda. Part of that is the faster working Hun stables. I can see not farming on a forward mill. I mean, yes, but... Like, yeah, like, that is true. That is definitely true. But I would still, like, almost always farm at least on the backside of the mill. And then you've always got the option of farming on the other side if you want it later. Which I like, you know, preserving options for later if you need them. These are the walls that make it life very difficult later on. I fully agree. Like, realistically, if Panda switches into archers, or even CA, we're going to need a tower or a TC on this gold very, very quickly. And that then makes the rest of life difficult, because it's hard to secure the rest of our base if we build a tower. Because I don't think we're going to get the Castle Age first. So it's very unlikely that we're going to have the time and space to build a TC on the forward gold. Wait, I meant to farm near drop-off points? Yes, Noz. Unless you're Khmer. Khmer don't care. I will say that Scarabanga has done a pretty good job at just mitigating any damage. And also does have the only kill in this game. A little bit of idle time, though. Oh, and my house now as well. On the other hand, though, the scouts are forward, but there's no way to get in right there. And oh, Panda. I do not like these walls at all. I assume that Panda has not seen this wood line at the bottom. No, we have seen the wood line. Okay. He sees the scouts on the front, so he's probably not too worried about this, but I am not a fan of this wall. And I feel like at that point you almost just want to like finish the circle wall, go to the wood line instead of going to the edge here. I guess securing the stone has a little bit of value, but it's really not a priority, I think, for Huns. See, now we see that Scarabanga is fully walled, which is going to punch away the wall a little bit. Oh, Scarabanga's like speedy enough. Oh, never mind. I was going to say, like, the 5 scouts could potentially try to isolate the spearmen one at a time and kill them off, and then try to get into Panda's base. But it does seem like Panda should be able to get this wall up fairly clearly. He is deleting some of these walls. He wants to build a blacksmith, I guess. There we are. And he sees the scouts coming around. Somewhere right now, Danity is seething with rage. Oh, look at the micro there. Split formation to dodge the spears. 2 of the scouts pulling the spears away while the other 2 kill the Vil. Look at these plays. Absolutely beautiful micro right now. Panda scouts are just chilling, wiping their ass out in the middle of the map, doing absolutely nothing, while he loses a villager at home. Well done. Panda is very, very close to clicking up to Castle Age, though. Although, to be fair, he does actually need to finish this blacksmith, which might be difficult right now. Oh, we're going for this hill instead. But he still actually isn't building the blacksmith. The scouts are now here. They are going to clean up this mess, but Panda actually loses another Vil. 2 Vils down. So we're technically behind the Vils now, but we do have wheelbarrow finish, so we're, you know, all sort of Vil head. Wiping their ass in the middle of that is an excellent expression. You know me, I'm a man of words. I say all the good things. Scarabanga getting their own blacksmith. They're about to click up. So they're not too far behind the Castle Age time. The question is going to be, what is the follow-up? As the Huns, I wouldn't be surprised if we see... I was going to say CA, but then we instantly see Cav Armor coming in, so never mind that. Scarabanga will got a market as well. I guess like Portuguese Knights are perfectly fine. And I guess it's probably a little bit too late to start doing an Archer switch. If we wanted crossbows, we probably needed to have a range already and make a few archers so that we have a reasonable mass when we make it to the castle age. Ooh, and we do see the second stable from Panda, so we know what's coming up. Punching away at the gate. We've got to be careful that we don't open the gate while we're repairing. Oops. That was... We've all seen this story before. Nope. Panda's... Oh. 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 Okay. It looks like we're going to get at least one bill kill in return. But I don't think it should be too many more than that, seeing as the number of spearmen that are here to defend. Actually, it hasn't even been a single kill yet. Where's that weak bill? Ooh! She survives with 4 HP. And then the scouts run away. I could have caught some idle time, which is pretty good, but no kills. That's reasonably well defended. I'm pretty happy with that. Ugh, I don't like this from Panda, though. Only doing Bloodlines after you hit Castle Age? That's a yikes. That's definitely an upgrade you want to do on the way up. And we're coming in for a forward seated workshop here, so I guess we're going to do Rams, probably, because we don't have a ton of gold. Rams and Night Push. On the other side, Scarabanga is dropping a TC to defend their wood line. I'm not a huge fan of this TC, mostly because we've already chopped through, like, a third to half this wood line. So, this TC is going to run out of resources that it's close to very, very quickly. I would almost prefer going out to this one here, so we also secure the stone. Gives us options to start mining stone heavily if we want to go for a defensive castle or some stone walls. Yeah, I much prefer this in Panda, where he's going for a different wood line. I also would say, like, going a bit more forward on the wood line, so you're kind of covering this gold, would be nice as well. But that's very, very nitpicky at that point, not a real priority, I think. We see a monastery coming up at home. Makes sense. We feel like we're behind in the night numbers, so we want to try to get a sneaky conversion or two. We're actually opening with a Scorpion. I guess that's fair enough. Helps pick off any of these spearmen and then be able to shoot over this wall. We've also got a forward monastery of our own, but we still don't have a ton of those on gold, so it's very, very hard to actually produce from all the production buildings we have right now. I would say Panda probably should spend his food on just some scouts. And maybe even get like the Lycav upgrade, just so that he can invest most of his gold into Monks and Siege instead. Also, not ideal here, where the first Scorpion was just shooting the vills instead of the Knights. So he's actually, you know, barely winning this fight. Maybe you're going to lose the Scorpion? No, the Scorpion does stay alive. Yeah, I feel like, I mean, it's easy to say in hindsight, but I think opening with a Ram instead of the first Scorpion would have been really nice. Seems like Panda knows that they're up to Castle Age faster. So in theory, there shouldn't be too many scary units out and about, and you can try to like just bash down the stable as quickly as possible. Hinder Scarabanga's long distance some gold over there. His ability to make army. What happened to Panda's Fordville? I guess it's just walked home. Not a huge fan of that. I guess the problem with Huns is you can't build houses with your idle villager at the front. But you kind of want to keep a villager around to repair your siege weapons. But that does kind of require making siege weapons in the first place, so... That's okay. Have we actually scouted many of the relics? We do see this relic. And it looks like we're going to go pick it up. I love to see that. And we've actually got really early handcart as well coming in right now. I think handcart before a third TC is a questionable decision. I think especially, like, it's definitely worthwhile in terms of the eco boost that it gives you, but I think spending that wood on another TC just to make more vills would be more useful right now. My knights are getting stuck in my siege workshop. Oh, yep, I see. There we are. We got them free. Let's go. Panda's auto scanning. Correct. He is going to find all the relics on the map. Well, except for this one, actually. 1, 2, 3. The biggest issue for Panda is going to be this dropping off the relics in the forward monastery. Which means that if at any point he gets pushed back from this position, Scarabanga just freely gets to pick up all the relics. And we do see the third TC as well there on the forward gold defend. Panda is going for the third TC back at home, just leading his lumber camp. the Hun Monastery is such a contrast to the rest of the Hun architecture. Yeah, I guess that's true. Like, I guess it probably makes more sense from like a historical perspective on their, religious affiliations. But the orange roof tiles definitely don't really mesh very well. But I guess like this monastery is also used by the Mongols, right? So it's very difficult to make something that meshes with both architecture sets, which are very, very stylistically different. You see, coming over here, we've got the 3 monks. So like, if we do get 3 conversions, it's not going to be a horrendous fight. But Scarabanga is quite far behind in the 9 numbers, where like half the numbers, 9 versus almost 20 at this point. The eco difference is not too extreme at 7 fills, but it is handcart fills versus not even wheelbarrow yet for Scarabanga. So I feel like that is a major thing that you want to be doing. Either late in feudal age or early castle age, once you've got your eco upgrades. Once you've done your early castle age upgrades, like plus 2 attack, bloodlines, etc., you really need to get wheelbarrow to buff your farmers. I wouldn't be surprised if Panda's gathered, over 1,000 extra food, even though he only has 5 more bills on food right now. No booster as well. Ooh, yeah, that's true. That's another one of those upgrades that you want to do them straight away in feudal age and castle age, because the 20% boost is really impactful. Let's just quickly take a look at the eco tab. Yeah, Panda's almost 2,000 food ahead. We've got 4 relics right now. I think we still haven't seen this one. No, we have seen that one now. That one might be a little bit difficult to get to. Oh, are we even ferrying them home? Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. I love it from Panda. And we're also going for a 4th TC out here to secure another gold. I like that very much. Looks like we're thinking about... Oh, go away. Forcing a fight. I mean, I think Panda should just take it. Like, you've got twice the numbers. Who cares if he converts 5 unites? I guess we're going to wait for devotion, wait for +2 armor. Ooh, we've got a huge gold flow right now for Scarabanga, whereas Panda has like the opposite problem, where he just never has enough gold. And has a large amount of wood instead. He still might actually lose access to these 2 relics. I mean, he does have the army numbers to force this back at some point. But there is a slight chance that Scarabanga like targets the monastery, kills it really quickly, and just tries to do a little bit of a relic heist. I also do like that Panda is on stone right now, so he always has the potential to slowly mine his way up and then come for forward castle to deny this main gold, which I think should be a priority right now. Pick up to Imp soon, get a castle either on this hill or like in the face of this TC. That is the simplest way to win this game, I think. Panda playing very safely, indeed, indeed. Would you get a conversion? Are we going to take the full dive? It looks like we are. The monk micro. Oh, at least 3 monks. Oh, I think we only actually got 1 conversion there, unfortunately. Oof. I mean, I don't think it really makes a difference, but so far behind in night numbers. And now the village elite is signed to really crank ahead. That 4th DC and superior eco upgrades are really taking effect right now. Just like the idle TC time, Scarabanga just can't afford to keep making both knights and villas at this point. We have 9 knights in the queue in only 2 stables, which is definitely not ideal. If you ever see that you've got more than, 2 or 3 units queued up at once, probably time to add in another production building. And Panda doesn't even need to go imp. Just keep making knights. That's all he needs. Let's go out. More stables as well. Oh. I think the knights were on stand ground there for a moment, but we'll fix that up now. Oh, please kill the TC. It'd be very funny if Scarabanga just comes back and repairs it, and then Panda leaves and then comes back later and it's all back to work. But we are almost double eco at this point. Also, not being walled on this side means that raids can come in at any point in time. It's obviously difficult to do in this situation because we're being behind most of the game. But this is the sort of map where like I would be trying to stonewall this once you've got your TCs up, and probably try to stonewall between these two wood lines, just to ensure that the back of my base is fully safe. There's no chance of raids coming in and harassing my safe farm eco, and then we concentrate all the aggression and all the fighting in this front area, which we can then drop a castle to defend if we need to. But then now the knights look like they're just going to run amok, killing villas wherever they can, killing TCs, killing houses as well. We do see a forecastle coming up on that hill, as we saw earlier. And we do see the GG being called. I think that was a much better game than the first one for Scarabanga. Like, they did most of Feudal Age pretty well. It's just some slight mistakes in macro here and there, like getting housed, having a little bit of extra idle time, not finishing the berries, like another little bit of a problem. But yeah, I think most of the early game was pretty good. I think they did a good job there. Well, let's get back out of here. Get ready for the next game. And we did have Portuguese, and we went for Huns instead of Hindustanis, which I think makes sense if you've spent some time thinking about the civs that... I mean, I guess it might have been a problem if Scarabanga decided to play Saracens instead of Portuguese in Arabia. But then that's like, it feels bad, man, if you're not using Portuguese at all as your first pick. So I think that they've both used their civs as well as they can with what they've drafted. Huns and Koreans before Armenians and Dravidians. Yeah, it's a very strange draft, I will say. I think Scar played well, but I feel like heavy elo underdogs should home map something with a bit more RNG. I wouldn't necessarily say RNG, because I would expect better players to be able to better react to the strange things. I would say you instead want to go for maps that are very build dependent, which aren't standard. For instance, like Islands, not a great pick, because, you know, most good players are going to know what to do on it. But instead something like Zimbabwe, where at least the 1v1 meta is probably not figured out, if you get, you know, a very specific strategy that you don't think your opponent is going to expect, and you can execute it fairly well, I think that's the sort of map that could make a lot of sense. Possibly Stranded, but I think that's also fairly simple build orders. Socotra is always a messy one, right? If you're somebody that is capable at build fighting and making game messy, you can always try to steal games against somebody who isn't ready for that sort of messiness. Yeah, I think like Pizza is the big one on if you don't know what to do on the map, you're probably going to get destroyed. But I think you've got a very limited window of opportunity to try to abuse that against players, because, you know, I don't know how much time all the players are going to commit to practicing and preparing, but if they watch any of the games that are being played, they're going to figure out pretty quickly what a fairly optimal way to play Pizza is and what the good civs are. And I think that you're going to run out of surprise opportunities there pretty quickly. But we are going to jump in now. Game number 3, we are on islands. We have Koreans vs Saracens? What? What? That's so strange. We have Armenians, and we're choosing to play Saracens instead? I mean, that instantly screams to me that we're going to go for a landing. Surely. I don't see why you would choose Saracens over Armenians otherwise. Like, the 20% faster galleys is, you know, it's very good, but you don't really have an eco bonus until you build your market. And, like, the Armenian +1 attack is, like, fairly similar to the faster firing galleys, but you actually have, like, one of the best eco bonuses in the game, which is a mule cart. We're also going for a really far back dock, which does actually make it less likely to land, because it takes that much longer for the transport to get to the enemy base. Although, it does mean that your fish remains safe for longer while you are landing. So I guess it could go either way right now. On the other side, Panda's doing his dock down the bottom. Also not super forward, but also not, all the way at the back, like they could do. I have to say that I don't like this lumber camp, though. If you're not paying attention to these bills, at least until like these first couple of trees are chopped down, there's the potential that they're just going to wander all the way around, back and forth, and there's more than doubles their walking time, basically, having to go around this house as well. I think that's definitely one of the starting houses, right? And he just happened to lumber camp next to it. But I feel like you could have just lumber camped a little bit further towards the corner, or just taken a different wood line entirely. I think that would have been better. We do see Panda about to click up though. We're going up 20 bills. We are doing loom, which you really don't have to do most of the time on water maps. Maybe if you're like incredibly worried about a landing, you might want to do loom. But even then, as long as you like first click it in fuel age, you should be fine most of the time, I think. Although I guess if they do like a drush landing, but that seems very expensive. You got to pay the cost of a transport ship and then build a barracks as well, and then you need to still get to fuel age at a reasonable time to try to not just get destroyed by an archer or two. We do have the 2 docks at the back. Panda has 2 docks, towards the bottom still. Probably going to see a 3rd dock out here on the edge of the peninsula. And it does look like we're both players just going in for a galley war. Both doing double bid axe. Scarabanga does have a village's worth of idle time, which is definitely not ideal. Oh, actually, Panda's going for blacksmith before the 3rd dock. I mean, it's a decision that you could definitely make. I don't think it's necessarily the best one. Where turtles? You need to wait for castle age for turtles, boo. Panda does have 400 wood in the back now. We're building houses instead of the 3rd dock. I think that's not ideal. And there has been the first beginnings of an engagement. Scarabanga, though, all posturing at the top side to defend. We do have Fletching coming in as well, so both players are just on 2 docks. Very strange. But we have the potential for Panda to come in, sneak around the back, and actually snipe these fish. While Scarabanga is distracted trying to chase Panda around the other side of the map. Oh, we're killing the villager instead. Yeah. We don't actually even kill the villager, so that's a little bit of a wasted opportunity right there. We still are only on 2 docks. I know, we are now going for a 3rd dock. It's quite a late 3rd dock, I must say. We also see the market coming up. Panda does have nearly the food required. Sells 200 stone. Could be up to castle age very, very quickly here. But he does get trapped here at the back corner, and he does lose those 2 galleys. But at the same time, the other galleys are coming on the other side, and it looks like we're going to just snipe all the fish. Nicely done. Nicely done. And we click up castle age at that point. We are slightly behind in galley numbers. I say slightly, we're like half the galley numbers at this point. We're taking another, I guess, poor engagement from Panda. Nice job at Scarabanga getting on top, but I think you need to just keep up the pressure. Like, you just lost your fish, you can't afford to just sit back and chill. You need to get in their face, and you need to try to kill their fish, or else, oh my god, Panda's got 9 fishing ships? What the fuck? Why do you have 9 fish? That is so greedy. Jesus. I have no words. We've also got 2 mining camps on gold, which is a decision. Panda do 9 before feudal. Panda has to have been adding these fishing ships in feudal age. I'm pretty sure he went up with 4 like standard, and then he's done like almost 2 full rounds in feudal age. Now we're up to castle age, and our first click is bowsaw. I saw a turtle ship being queued. No, we're cancelling that for bowsaw and war galley. Now we see a turtle again. Oh boy. Where are Scar's galleys? They are chilling around the top side of the map. Oh, and we have caught up to the lifetime. We're doing gold shaft mining, Panda. I mean, I guess when you've got 9 fishing ships, you have a lot of food to spend. But Oh boy. We just see Scarabanga now trying to rush up a market. Probably going to try to abuse Saracen Market, sell some stone, buy his way up. But turtle ships are pretty good most of the time, especially when you're against feudal boats. We've got instant careening as well. Are we building a uni? No, we don't have a uni just yet. This very much feels like I want to practice something I've never tried before. I mean, I hope that Panda has played enough water maps before in tournaments that he knows how to play water, right? Scarabanga has added a third dock as well. Oh, that villager does finally get sniped. Turtle boats just slowly creeping their way across the map. Unable to find Panda's fish just yet, but if Panda doesn't actually react and run away, a lot of these fishing ships are going to die. The problem is... Oh. Oh, look at that. So much free damage from those extra arrows that Koreans fire now. Or that turtle boats fire now, I should say. But we are seeing fish get sniped back at home. Scarabanga is equal in the Eco KD now all of a sudden. Oh, slightly behind now. But the turtle boats are nigh unkillable at this point. Turtles are cool. 100%. Oh, kill some more fish as we go past. Nice. Good reaction. But the big bad turtles force us away. We still... Oh, we're actually seeing a monastery and a second TC. The band wants to pick up the 2 relics on his map. Maybe gets a transport and goes for the 2 neutral relics as well. Could even be a real gamer and try to do a relic heist on Scarabanga's island. We just see a TC coming up as well on gold. We are up to 4 docks now. But I don't think committing to galleys is the best play. Although Panda hasn't actually been making that many boats, so I guess it's possible that you can outmass the turtle ships, but they're just so damn powerful. Yeah, Panda did add some more fishing again. He wants to go back to those heady heights of 9 fish. Ugh. A demo or 2 on this dock would be beautiful. Right, you just instantly blow up these turtles as they sit next to you. Turtles are sexy. Look at those spikes. Yeah. That's what you like, Boo. Putting the horn in horny. Yeah, I guess so. And Panda is back making war galleys. We're not doing turtles anymore, which is a little bit disappointing, I must say. Is this safe for work stream? It depends on where you work, I think. That could be a very, very broad or very limited description on what is or isn't allowed. Right? Like, if you work in a, you know, a sex store, I think that anything's safe for work, almost. Scarabanga, we're going for a defensive castle. I mean, like, the problem is at this point that we're so far behind that it doesn't really matter what we do. We're always losing really badly. But I think you almost need to just stop making boats and try to fast imp and fires, maybe? But that seems very, very difficult to do. What's this chat thread safe word? Ooh, that's a good question. The lack of ballistics is very annoying, I must say, from Panda. Oh, and the castle does actually get denied. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, let me allow that. Boo's not safe in a sex shop. Yeah. Oh no, we're sending the whole barn to build this castle. The problem is, like, this castle doesn't achieve anything is, like, the problem. We're defending a stone and I guess, like, 1 dock. and the market. So we're going to lose a bunch of eco right now to not really do much of anything. Panda does have a transport now, so it does look like he wants to go pick up the neutral relics. We're also going for a second monk so that we can pick them both up. Protect the cheap market, exactly. We can never afford to replace it. These two turtle boats back here have killed a lot of units. 2 docks and a bunch of boats as well. Lost control of my mouse there for a sec. How's Panda's farming group? Panda's got pretty reasonable farms already at this point. He's also docked on the front side, so that his fish is a little bit more efficient. We are continuing to pick up the relics. We're also going for handcart. We could just buy our way up to Imperial Age now if we wanted to. Unfortunately, we are just sort of waiting for the inevitable ending of this game at this stage. Panda does actually still need the second building to go up to Imperial Age, which should be a uni, because, you know, ballistics and chemistry are important. Guys, I think Panda is going to take this one. I mean, yeah, I think he is slightly ahead at this point. Oh, and we are seeing a uni laming our access to this woodline. Definitely not ideal. We're making Mamelukes. And we also have a transport in the dock that's constantly being attacked by war galleys. I don't know if this is the play. How many turtles to take down a castle? Probably quite a few. I think if Scarabanga wants to try to do a landing, he needs to build a dock over on the side and sneak the transport. Because, like, I think it's almost... Oh, especially if Panda notices this. But maybe Panda doesn't notice. As long as we don't run into the turtle ships down here, we're chilling. Is Panda going to see the landing coming in? Oh, the lack of ballistics once again. Not that it would matter. The Saracen transport is pretty difficult to kill. Oh! Okay. I think the biggest issue here is we have 4 Mamelukes, but Panda has 2 monks. Somewhere. Oh, no, the monks are over here. Rip. If you had 2 monks at home, like, you can convert 2 of the Mamelukes, and then you're just kind of winning. Oof, we're also going for murder holes. That's definitely one of the upgrades all the time. We're getting some decent eco damage in here. We've caused a lot of villagers to go idle. We've killed some villagers underneath this castle. We're going to continue to just roam around. Although, running back into the castle fire is definitely not ideal. Oh no. Second volley? Yeah. Rip. This is why Panda got loom. Yep. Yep, this is why Panda did loom, you know, 20 minutes ago. 25 minutes ago.